right? Dame Nat King Ren, 63 sass.
Dame, here it is, Dame Nat King Ren. Uh-huh. And this is
Logos, Shadows, and Tamed.
Brabda.
Lots of bad cards, but got triple daughter, double missile, double mimicry, so it could actually play better than it looked like by reaching for better cards.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
This is a cool
Seems
deck.
fairly balanced.
Yeah, this is a cool deck. I like the way it looks. Has some good speed to it. Like double mimicry, always a X factor card. Like could
Oh,
easily.
they're already bidding. Vert, we didn't get the Vert, but it's the 76 sass. Clearly a better deck.
Oh
They
yeah.
are up to 7 chains.
Oh yeah.
Grobner89 has bid 7 chains. This is Kaio's deck.
Yeah. So this
So
is.
it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in consecutive order bid.
Yeah.
No crazy jumping.
So you see the list here has double Chronos, like pretty sweet. It does have standardized tester principle, like Kurzap, Mythological, like lots of speed, daughters.
Double Chronos with 3 draw inside logos.
It has the Bow Nithing House combo, so that's good. Borrow, so it's
Bo's house.
yeah, Bow's House is good. Then this is
Shadow of
great.
Dis. That's always great.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because when it first came out, it's like people thought it was going to be great and kind of fell off. Like people just let it go because they were like, not as impactful as I think. But now in Mass Mutations is one of those cards that got like a second life, kind of like Harvest Time and stuff like that. Like where you're like, wow, this card is nuts. It's kind of like they built into the
Yeah, I've always liked Harvest Time. Does good stuff. So now we back
up
to
to eight.
Kaio at 8. They're bidding on Kaio's deck. I think I'm gonna go with the 10 again. Like I think this might be more of a closer to 11 or 12 as a break even point. The
I
problem is if you get Dame at 10 and you have the $3 in there, you do have like a legit potential just to blow your opponent out before they get out of the chains. But if you don't get all those daughters, then that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. There's only one daughter in the other side,
Yeah.
so yeah, like the high roll potential for Dame seems like it could be threatening.
I think the even point was 10 to 12. Kaio takes his own deck at the small end, which is 10. So I think he knows he would be gambling if he bid it again and then was forced to try to take it at 12.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he is significantly handicapped for a couple turns when you're bidding 10. Like that's a couple turns with 2 cards down. But going 13 or more, it seems so.
I still at this point think Brobner 89 is at a disadvantage unless he gets the daughters super early and they stick.
So let's see what happens on his first turn. If he drops 1 or 2 daughters, you think that's good enough?
Yeah, first if you get within the first 4 turns 3 to 4 extra cards because of a daughter, uh, or multiple daughter or more, then I think you're highly favored. If not, I think it is back Kaioner's favored from what I'm seeing on the numbers.
Yeah, yeah. So if you guys want to check me out, you guys out there listening, I'm on every morning after I drop Harlan off at school on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I am streaming from about 9:30 a.m. Eastern to about 11. Well, to 11 Eastern, and that's the time that he's away at school, and so it's actually quiet. I don't have to worry about random Harlan bombings, and I can actually pick a deck and I play it for a couple hours and just talk about things that are KFPL. So if you ever want to join me, then that's where I'm at. So come check me out and shoot the poop. Watch me play decks and make bad moves and learn. It's all good stuff. I've had a really good first week. It's been fun. So I will be there more set and more pure on those days. So trying to build a streaming schedule to where I can actually just enjoy and interact the game as well. So keeps my sanity. We try to teach the new people and better our games because part of playing games repetitively in the same deck multiple times is it's good for your mental health and Keyforge. So I try to pick interesting decks too. And you saw I got a nice new collection here to test out. So I think I might start with testing the lower end ones because I think some of these lower end ones will be good for Coat 8. If you haven't checked out Coat 8, Coat 8 is coming up soon, and it is going to be a interesting one as they're doing a stacked system of basically play a 60, and then the next week you'll play 62, and then 64, 66, etc. throughout the main rounds. And then when you make to the top cut, you will start at whatever the top number was, and then you'll go backwards by 4 for each round that you get till you get to the finals. So it's interesting.
What is going on in this game? Like, you have 4 cards. The house call can't be that complicated right now.
Yeah. You can call them on that. That's shouldn't be. This is a bit slow. I don't know if it has to do with connection or what. Maybe he was just deciding if he wanted to waste his standardized testing so early. I can get that.
I don't know. Like I don't see that on this turn. Too early for that kind of tanking when you have 4 cards in your hand. The Toad.
Toad is the most broken card in the game. I can't say that without laughing inside.
Well, if Kaio plays Shadow of Dis, he'll get the Reap.
The only time Toad will ever have value. Rivet. Actually, Toad has value here because his point of damage can kill a creature. This is like a poison Toad. It just takes 2 turns because of the anomaly exploiter not being untamed.
Yeah. Yeah. Drink. That was cool.
That was cool.
Gene offer. Yep.
So Kiornis, however you say his name, from the Autocannons is actually a teammate of Dammit96, who placed second in Season 1 of the KFPL as well. So that was pretty sweet. Oh, Siaka, Brobner's mate, is in chat now saying he plays deliberately. I agree. Brobner's a good player. But when we were talking about being slow about things, it was more on Kiornis. He was waiting a very long time to play. That's what the time weary thing was.
Yeah, it was on Kaio's turn. Pick a house for a bit.
Brobner's pace is fine. Like he always plays at a good pace.
Yeah. Breaker Hill.
We want to play fast. All right.
Fast, just not epic.
No, I was just doing the warp animation because it's funny. The only thing I don't like about meme boards is that the people I'm co-hosting with can't see or hear what I'm doing. They're made to spice up the stream. They're pretty sweet.
I have the stream up. I could.
Yeah. Oh, another one of Brob's buddies, Julie, is here to watch her brethren. She did not play today. She had things to do today, so she took today off. Snarette, better Charette? Or not? What do you think? What's your take?
I think they're fairly equivalent.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's my answer too. My answer is that I think that they do what they do. Like, and they do both do things that are well, but they affect the game differently. So it's an interesting card, both of them.
Because of how people play against the two, I think Threat ends up having more value. I think it does get to reap more often than other creatures. Than Shred does. Because I think Shred is like super hard auto killed early quite often.
Give me back my toys.
So while I think the actual card value is equivalent,
Yeah.
I think you often get more value out of Snorret just because of playstyles.
So we see Pampaka Anga. Or is that Jenga? I can't read. I think it's Jaga, right? Anga is the first one. Yeah, Jaga.
It's Jaga.
Jaga.
Ooh, forcing straight back to Untamed. This could be a big deal. Because if you can kill both the Untamed creatures, kill one, let them have two, destroy the Amber.
Jupiter, how does X2 work? When you are an X2, you move to the next round. If you are not X2, you're done with the tournament. That's how it works.
So,
That's
yes, the following records will advance to top cut. 6-0, 5-1, 4-2, 4-1. I know, 5, yeah.
He's like, oh, that's it? Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
You just have to make X2. That's all you need. And then it's a brand new
More
ball
better.
game. You're back in the ball game. It's even keel. You guys will be playing basically sudden death. Like you'll be playing to get to the finals.
Yeah, tournament brackets.
Yep. We don't want anybody to feel bad about going X2 and putting in that kind of work for the day and not making a cut anymore. So this is our new thing. As long as it doesn't get crazy, which we don't think.
Toad to steal one with Breaker Hill.
Woo!
Guys,
Toad!
today is crazy.
Oh my god! Another thing to put on my newsreel of why you should watch Keep.
Toad just stole one, people. Elite card. Just really funny because both Breaker Hill and Toad suck. Look, yet here we are. Ooh, Vandalize hits a Mimicry. Yeah.
Yeah, on my news blog this week, I'm gonna have all kinds of fun things to say.
Kind of sad that he can use Anomaly Explorer right now, but there's nothing to. Oh, he could have actually killed the Bloodshed and stolen, but he wanted to get rid of Breaker Hill.
He doesn't want Toad to get too much value. He feels slighted by the fact that Toad did something. I get it. Here goes Brend. Living on the edge. Nerf Toad to OP Austin. I agree 100%. I should have gave a clap.
Ooh, nice.
I should have gave a clap sound for that Toad play. That was probably the only time I'll ever see Toad do something of value.
Do we have Simon punching Snorret here? I think we do.
Oh, that's a good one. I like Simon. He's in
Yeah, Simon's an interesting card.
He's in one of my new decks
Yep.
that has a prime.
Straight, like the fact that it goes to the top of the deck, like that Dexter style thing of slowing your opponent down is pretty solid.
Yep, I agree. I like him a lot because he's in my Medusa deck that I just got and started playing, and I have a Primus Ungus, so he gets to be pretty big and actually sticks around. And he just does so much bad things to the other players.
Finally got that key forged. We have a really big board state here. Like, do you just go back in the shadows and super value this? Because Simon is gold right now.
Yeah, Simon's in business right now. Once he gets in business, he's dangerous. I
would keep bouncing my targets between houses because he just put a Snorret, so I could probably Simon the Infomorph, double Vinda the daughter.
Oh yeah, double Vindas. That's gross.
Like you would start muddling your draws to 2/2/2 until they answer the dominating Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. Let's see if we see that. Hopefully they're not listen. Yeah. The daughter hits. That's to be expected.
I take all your candy. And now with this Simon play, bounce it, yep, and then okay, he bounced the disc creature back.
See, I think that he was just going for value on board, but if you think of your opponent has chains, still chained, and you're talking about the tempo of the way things come out, I would have stayed. I would have like done the off house, kind
But
of constantly muddled the hands that are coming.
but yeah, but at the same time, like if you keep putting the same like creature on the top, it's like he has to keep going to dis to play it, right? So like I don't know. I see the thought like how it could work either way, but I think I do like the idea. But if you like put the other house on, you're letting your opponent switch houses. So I don't know. Maybe I think staying in house is actually stronger. Like because you're gonna now for that next card he draws to be valuable, he has to go back into dis, which it works out this time around because he has discards to follow it with. But if he didn't,
Yeah,
then it would be it's one of those things. So now
it's
he
funny that he did pop the mutagenic serum just to deal with Simon just now.
Simon.
He's got all mutants on the board, so I don't know if that was the right idea. But it was funny to see how like how dominating Simon had been these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, Simon was
That he
putting.
had to pop a serum just to kill it.
Yeah, Simon definitely put in work this game. I like Simon. Man, I've been seeing some great things today. This has been a great Keyforge day. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm still entertained after 6 hours. That's impressive.
Going back to shadows, this one surprises me. What do we have in hand that is drawing you back here again? He slams in his mugger to get the value there. Sure. Is this going to kill Toad?
Could kill
Or
minion.
is it? Oh, I guess the Dark Minion. Yeah,
Nope.
Toad dies
Kills
anyway.
Toad. I need to kill the minion. It loses Toad, but yeah.
Yeah, so 7 key 7 amber to no keys, and he has 3 more amber on his opposing cards.
Yeah.
Whew.
And
This was
he's making his opponent use resources to kill what's on the board that is annoying him too. So that's big because it's like controlling tempo, and then he still has obviously stuff in his hand that he likes that he's going to be able to repopulate once it's dealt with, but maybe doesn't necessarily want his opponent to deal with it until he deals with these other things. So it's kind of where his mindset might be lifted at. So that's where I would think was happening here, because that's what I would do. It's like if I'm controlling a game like this, I'm going to make you deal with my threats and make you waste whatever removals and little tricks you have, and then try to follow up with something bigger and better, right? So,
mm-hmm.
and just so you guys know out there too, we're getting a third cat tomorrow. Last cat for sure. It's a female. She's cute. One of my friends is basically moving houses and had to move like last second, and they were gonna have to put her in a shelter. So we were like, no, no, no. This is too nice a cat to, you know, put through that. So we said we would take her and let them have visitation to her. So, name to be decided. It's going to either be Nyx or Lita because we have the Angus and Aussie thing, but I think Lita is the obvious choice because Lita and Aussie. Yeah, if you don't know, I'm too old. Just have to close your eyes. All right, Igor. Looks like he has a tough decision. Like 3 cards to look at. How
Yeah,
good?
I don't.
How good is Igor? Her card is so good.
Yes, that card is.
That card does good things, folks. Great things. All right. Oh, and just to give a quick shout out, thanks again to Luxurious Playstyles for getting us some support and giving us a $75 voucher for today's giveaway. And congratulations to Anahita, I'm probably killing and butchering your name, for winning that prize. Sorry that Harlan. Harlan loves the wheel, so that is his thing. That's his bit of Keyforge for you guys every time. That and the spinning eye of the Illuminati. Mhm. I used to never understand fully why people who were doing commentary at like Magic events and stuff like that would rotate people like every round. I was like, oh, that seems like an overkill, or like rotate like one person every 2 rounds kind of thing. And like, but now I get it.
Yes,
I get it
it makes it
fully.
a little bit more palatable.
Because you just at a certain point you've just seen so much stuff. You're just like, do something exciting, please.
We've seen a lot of like new stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like first round, 15 chains and win. Second round, lose a game with 54 amber.
Hmm.
Like third round, 11 chains and win. Like pretty sweet. We did see a 16 chain bet that lost, but hey, and then we see Leo play against a guy called Fatal Error and watch him
Yeah,
like accidentally punt the game by fighting his dust imp into with 2 amber on it into a creature and
Gem Ranger. Yeah,
giving him the 2 amber to win and forgetting to attack with the anguish to get damage on the anguish because the other creature I think he had out was like um, elusive or something. I don't remember, but like, uh, so much
yeah,
good TV today. And then we saw Toad steal one.
yes, yes. So it's
Wow, what a recap.
man, this is gonna be a crushing defeat. This isn't like man, this is why I lost all my short depth and stuff. Like I thought this could have gone to 10. It did go to 10, and it'd be advantage Kyo. This isn't like even close to any of that.
No,
This is Kyo getting wrecked. Like
I honestly would have been bidding on Dame, so I wasn't even like I don't know.
super low expected.
Yeah, that's the only reason yeah, that's true. But
And then Krizap is a one-sided board wipe,
mhm,
and it's creature based.
yeah, 3 daughters though. That's good to overcome chains.
Yes.
I don't think that these decks are as close if they're matched up even, but like if it's 0-0 chains, like so. But I didn't expect the chains to get as high as they did here. Got to go back and watch the commentary of your match. Yeah, of course. Like I said, I broke up the games that I'm recording so that I can put them onto YouTube as individual games. So it's something I hadn't done before, but I just learned how to do. Well, not didn't learn, but I just figured out I could do that, and like I thought about it. So it'll be easier to do it that way than just putting a 6-hour block for you to go shift through. So um, you're welcome. Moana style with the rainbow.
Hmm. If Hapsis kills Francis, the mini group think tank will actually kill a group think tank. That would be
Group think tank hate on group think tanking. What? Francis is a pretty bad card. Not a fan of Francis at all.
no.
Yeah. Well, any card could be fantastic if you have the right deck for it, but Francis, I think, is pretty bad most of the time. Like, there's always situations where Francis is great, but I most of the time he's going to be in a situation he's not great. Don't get me wrong. I am the I am a defender of all cards Keyforge. Not a hot take. That's a true statement. Mini group think tank is way better than the group think tank. I agree with that 100%.
Wait, what?
That mini group think tank is better than group think tank.
Heck no.
Yeah, way.
I love group think tank
Mm,
way more than I like the other one. The other one almost never fires.
Interesting.
Ooh, the mimicry on the Mark of Dis. That's value.
Yeah, there's your Francis for total value. It's like here, play this bad card, get punished. Poor Harmonia. She's sad because she has way too many creatures to be valuable.
Played in a chain bound this week, and I went 3-1. The only game I lost because they had double Harmonia and I didn't track that. So I was just expecting to roll my opponent, so I didn't pay that much attention. And Harmonia is such a low value card normally. Yeah, he ended up having a 9 amber turn.
Yeah,
That was rough.
yeah. Harmonia's better is good. You have to work harder to make her good, but like she can.
Well, I had like 10 creatures on the board.
Yeah, that's
like two Harmonias, 3 other creatures. That's 9 amber. It's like, oh damn. Like,
yeah.
My deck had 6 chains, and I was like, I got to a point where I was like racing ahead. I had the board in control. I could have called a house to like not have as many creatures the turn before, but I saw the finish line and I kind of leaped too early. Did one of those football player like spike the ball before you get to the
drop the ball before you walk in the end zone.
Spike the ball. You weren't in the end zone. Whiff.
I'm sure Carl's off watching his football games.
He's managing stuff.
He's
doing stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. We all have lives away from Keyforge, even though it doesn't seem like it because we're always doing things. Not the best mark call for me there.
Harmonia still get value even in this game. It's been a Harmonia week.
All right. Man, it seems like he has infinite logos creatures. He just keeps playing them. They don't ever stop.
Yep, keeps on kicking.
Like a kung fu chicken.
Guess.
Hiya. You,
Bow. Yeah, there's a bow in the second. Bow coming out. I haven't seen him.
interesting. Like, I mean, Broadner's just putting on consistent pressure, so he's just gonna win through like out valuing his opponent. There's a safe house nithing. Finally got there.
Yeah, but as long as bow nothing is killed.
Yeah. It's kind of at that point where like now where if he has to close the game out, right? Because like he's kind of getting into that wheelhouse now where he got to where he wanted to get to, and I think his deck could start to be very oppressive. So you could see this massive comeback. I'm not saying it will happen, but this is like one of those times in the game where you have to realize that your opponent is starting to get to where they want to get to, and you have to make
Yeah.
close out the game. But he does have Seismic Entangler too. That's pretty crazy.
Kyo's been doing a good job of mixing up the house stuff, though. So
Yeah.
shadows. It's actually fairly bad shadows for Dame in total. Harmonia is still alive. It's able to kill the Bryn out of hand.
hmm
Get another Harmonia hit.
hmm Oh, he discarded Simon. Sad days. He gets the Hugger Murger down.
Is he gonna get this with 3-0? I feel like he is. Alright, so Snort's gonna capture 1, so we'll go down to 9. What else is left? Waking Nightmare? Oh, he's got the EP. That'll do it.
Mm. That hurts.
Capture 1 EP is kind of bad.
Mm.
You don't want that pip on every resume.
No.
With Carl just released an announcement. The games are running a little longer, and there will be a break after this round. So our official start time of the top cut will be 5:15 Eastern, 10:15 GMT.
Okay. Yeah, this game is going pretty good. We picked a good one to watch, folks. These guys are
Yeah, they were both 5-0. They're both in no matter what, so they're really playing for seeding.
Yeah.
But we got to see why that they're both 5-0. 5-0.
This is that
Although it is super slanted.
well, like I said, this is that point in the game where I think his deck is set up to get moving now, and like you could see a pretty rapid comeback. Like EP.
It, can't tell if people are joking. Here's the answer. Correct.
Yeah, but he also taxes himself. Oddly. Can't say.
Oh, I couldn't get one more.
Oh,
One more critter.
poor Flaxia. That's the feel bad Flaxia moment right there.
Yeah, when you're always like paired up the number, like I hate it when I play Flexi.
So is that 2:15 p.m. California time? Yes, that is 2:15 p.m. California time, Austin. Yeah, because you guys are 3 hours behind us, I believe.
Well, Eric, I've early on I lost so many games because of that card. I'm better about it now. Man, did I fight a lot of elusive creatures? Like
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah, he's
So many times.
He's one of the highest like error play cards
Yes.
I've played against.
Like that and Lucky Dice are two of the cards that are way better than they should be. It's only because they're only good because of human error. And like people say, that's just because it's online. As a person that has run multiple primes and multiple chain bounds, I promise you it would be worse than. So like Boss Zarek and Lucky Dice are like low key real good.
Yeah.
Like, for the real wrong reason. It has nothing to do with what the card does. It is just because there's so many things to keep track in this game. They are so low key. It doesn't register hard enough in your brain. It's not like an Ember Imp or anything like that, where like you have to kill it because it just like screwed you hard.
Yeah.
It's just like just distracting, like not significant enough, so your brain doesn't register it as a threat. And then you lose games because you fight elusive creatures.
Yeah. Well, time is ticking down, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Basically, Brobnar is going to put that time real close to making it hard for Kjorns to make a play and get it back to him and be able to get 2 turns for 1. But this is like in basketball where you like slow down the game so that you can get the shot clock right. Again, this isn't slow playing. This is just technical playing at this point.
He's playing cards. They're just
Yeah.
not doing much on the board.
Yeah. He just took a bit to think about, but like I said, that's not what he's doing is fine. Again, you see there's still a good pass. Now, Kjorn's best interest is to play fast here. Nobody wants to get done and get his turn off so that he gets one more chance to try to.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. You want to do all the things. You don't want it to end on your turn.
You don't want to play around with TCO, as we've seen, as TCO can sometimes bite
Shadow
you in the butt.
This Toad can reap. Toad can reap, guys.
Toad can reap. 14 seconds. He passes it back. That's a safe pass right there on TCO.
I mean, all I asked. The matcha? No.
All right, so Brobner has all the time in the world now because the time is up. So Brobner will finish his turn, and then Kjorst will get another turn, and then it'll be over. And then we'll do.
And we randomly chose a game that's going to time.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't randomly choose. We chose the best game there was to watch.
That's.
There's a hugger.
It now looks oddly way closer than it has the entire game.
Yeah, it's very close. That's what I said. This game's not over. Like his deck, like I mentioned, like kind of after a while, I was like, his deck is getting to that place where he is where he wants to be as far as like.
Why didn't Hugger Mugger capture an Amber?
Asserting.
Oh, he mugged it.
Was
Never
was
mind.
it shadowed? Was there a shadow? Shadow of displayed? Yeah. So
Oh yeah, Shadow of Disc was played.
yeah. So hugger mugger no value. But here he comes. Here he comes. Oh my
He
God.
won. Kyle won
Kaya wins.
because yeah, Snorets are gonna capture anything.
Yeah. See, I told you he wasn't out of it. Like that. Like there was that point where I was just like, crazy, crazy. Well played and tactically played. Like he knew where he was going with that
That
the
was
whole time.
amazing. I'm glad this ended with like Kyle was losing the entire game until this turn. Like
he,
the entire time.
he was, but he wasn't. Is what I'm telling you. Shadow of Disc for the win right there. I mean, I think he still had it without the shadow, but like,
Even without the shadow, because
yeah.
still your opponent wasn't going to forge. You were going to get the one key from the forge and still had more amber because all of them ended up being on Snorets.